for each of you guys, you have something that's like, kind of like very unique to how you go about making your videos and stuff. So at what point did you guys kind of decide what elements to incorporate in your personal brand, or, you know, how that would be kind of be featured in some of the content that you create? How'd you come up with that? Well,
All right, so I'll go first on this one.
yeah.
So do what?
Loose toilets.
So yeah, so for some reason, loose toilets, like everybody likes watching loose toilets. But so what I did is, a lot of people don't know this, but when I first started posting to TikTok, I started posting aviation content because I'm also a commercial pilot.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, this is going to be cool. Well, you know, a couple videos after that, it didn't take off, you know, pun intended. So I decided to completely revamp it. I used to be Aviator AJ, and then I went to Inspector AJ, and I was like, okay, maybe this could work.
Yeah.
And then it finally did. And then, no, you're not going to buy that because I've already got it registered. And Inspector AJ is pending trademark, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Aviator.
That one's already bought. That one's already also owned. And then going back toward your demographic question. So the majority of my followers, I believe it's like 60% are actually female.
Okay.
80% are from the U.S., 20% are from, you know, around the UK area, Australia, and things like that. I've hopped in lives where people from Switzerland and Latvia and Macedonia are watching me at the same time, you know, in their parts of the world.
That's awesome.
But it just, so I resonate. I contribute a lot to what I do because I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it.
Okay.
Most of the time, I record a video that it takes me the longest to record a video are editing my screw ups.
Got it.
Like, you know, when I'm recording and I'm recording and I'll stumble and I'm like, damn it, and I have to delete it and I have to redo it. That's what takes the longest. But I've got this rule about it that if I spend more than 3 minutes to make it, it's not worth it.
Okay. No, that's a great way of thinking about it. So that way, basically, it's just kind of streamlines your workflow.
Yep.
And now, do you keep like a bank of content that you're basically like, you know, this might work, this might not, and then you kind of just go back through and like take care
Nope.
of it later? No, okay.
So what I do is, so when I go into a house, I record, you know, let's just say I record a TikTok.
Uh-huh.
And I will actually sit on that TikTok for about 30 days.
Okay.
I don't post it right away. And the reason is because where I do have the following and I do have the viewership, I don't want my potential videos to be shown during an inspection window from the buyer to be like, well, you know what? He reported it this way, but he's saying it this way. And I'm looking at all the comments and people are
Right.
saying run. And I don't want that conflict of interest to possibly sway either decision. And that was advice from my attorney, by the way. So,
That's always a good idea.
yeah. So I did consult my attorney on that, and is basically they basically said that if you give it 30 days, you know, at that point it should be safe. You're either going to have the client close on the house, or they're going to walk away from it. And it's usually right around that 30 days when I post a video, and then depending on what time of day I post it, usually I notice that if I upload it between 1 and 3 p.m. Eastern time, that's when the most viewers come in.
Okay.
And then, because I have noticed that if I post videos in the morning or late at night, the later at night would be okay. It's probably second place as far as the best time for me to post a video. But around 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern time, that's usually when I'll upload one from my my video roll, and then I'll just copy it to all my other socials.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Good stuff. So you can kind of regurgitate it that way across the other platforms.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
So no, I know when like Instagram kind of became a thing, especially with using social media for marketing. A lot of inspectors were like, yeah, but what do you do about, you know, the liability of like you reporting or showing something that's in somebody else's house? So yeah, that 30-day window helps to mitigate some of that there.
No, absolutely.
Oh yeah, and the biggest thing I was advised from legal counsel was that as long as you're not recording somebody in their own home against their will, because in my state they you know, I would have to have permission to record them in the place of their own privacy.
Gotcha.
But a house cannot have its own level of privacy. It's
Okay.
the individual in the house. So I was advised that, you know, as long as I'm not recording somebody against their will in their own home, or I'm not giving out public, you know, that private identifying information, you know, their name, the address, things like that, then all is good on my side.
Okay, no, that's great. That's great information. You got anything on that one too, Dallas?
Yeah, kind of on a posting content from a people's house on content from a people's houses. You know, typically the absolute smartest thing to do is taking pictures of the actual home defects, and on the photos and videos, you're basically keeping like family pictures, personal items out of it, and you know basically making the video just about the house, not about the person who owns the house.
Gotcha.
And also, I'm a big fan of trying to wait 15 to 30 days. You know, just trying to make sure the transaction actually closes. so that any video post doesn't sway the conversation one way or another.
No, that's a great idea. Ethan, do you got any like protocol on that you follow?
I pretty much stand by what these guys have said. If it's some kind of simple thing like a loose toilet, or no, I will post decks immediately because there a lot of times. I mean, all
They're
decks
outside
are
the home and in public view.
exactly. Yes, I like that answer, but also they're not very identifying, and they're generally common defects that you're going to see in a lot of stuff.
And
So
every single deck has something wrong with it. Every deck.
If the house has a deck, it has a deficiency.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Yeah,
Guaranteed.
Always.
So, to the realtor that tries not to call me when the house has a deck on it, you heard it from Inspector AJ as well.
Now, what's the wonkiest deck that you've ever seen?
Oh hell, I haven't posted that
I
video
feel like this
yet.
is like starting to take a turn to that blue collar comedy skit where they do like, oh, I like your deck.
I'll tell you, that was one of my first videos.
Was
I
it
got
really?
like 70, 80,000 views, then 100,000 views. And it is the catastrophe of decks. I need to go back and repost it because that's one that everybody was like, how's that even standing? Even now, that one, the buyer called me and said, "Thank you so much for posting that."
This was going beyond toenail joists, wasn't it?
Oh
Yeah.
dear, yes. I mean, it was like somebody bought his buddy a 6-pack of the worst beer he could find and said, "Hey, I got some wood. Let's go nail it together."
Yeah, yeah.
And that was about the extent of the plans.
no
So-
footers, no nothing.
Oh God.
no.
Free
No.
floating.
Oh, it's literally free floating. Like,
Literally.
my gosh, man, that's crazy. So now you've got a team of inspectors as well that works with you.
I
or-
do not. I'm
Okay.
actually the only one that's solo inspector. So
Gotcha, good stuff. So,
but
and then
yeah.
how about you, Dallas?
We have a total of 4 people on the team. Sometimes I wish I was solo, just because on owning a multi-inspector firm, there's a lot of stress that comes with that.
Got it.
Stammer with like payroll, managing schedules, getting all that stuff sorted. I'm like, yeah. Sometimes I wish I was a single operator, but I absolutely love having. Let's see, we've got 4 people on the team now, so it really comes in handy, kind of having that certain bit of freedom to post more content.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh,
So-
and also spend time with the wife. That was a
Yeah,
big one. I
yeah.
had
So
to
you can spread that out.
mention. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, and then AJ, I thought I heard, didn't you say before that you kind of like divvy the work out a little bit as far as, or like if there's something really cool that one of your guys finds that you'll work with them on some
A
content?
little bit of both. Yeah. So yeah, so I own a multi-inspector firm as well.
Okay.
And what we do is we are very busy. My city was actually listed by the Wall Street Journal 2 weeks ago as the #1 city in the country to move to.
Okay.
So we are busy. So what happens is a lot of findings are actually also found from my other inspectors. They
Sure.
will call me and they'll say, "Hey, you need to come to this house because this is awesome." So I can be at 5 or 6 houses a day, recording defects and things like that on TikTok, and of course they get rewarded for finding it. It's
Right,
like
right,
almost
right.
a finder's fee, but we can cover a more larger area in doing so, and not only is the client being serviced, the clients on TikTok, the viewers that I have, they get to see more from the actual housing market. So there's a little benefit to having multiple people being able to have multiple eyes on multiple properties in one day.
Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. So, and again, the content load there, it's the potential's almost limitless with that too.
Oh yeah,
so.
it really is. It's if your team is expecting 4 or 5 houses a day, that's let's just assume at minimum 2 bathrooms. So that's 10 bathrooms. So we're looking at a minimum of 4 loose toilets.
Right,
Like,
right.
It's gonna happen. Yeah, 4. I'm giving it. I'm being very
How hard are
conservative
you
with that
nudging
number.
some of these toilets? My goodness.
Well, it's so surprisingly enough, I just stagger the toilet, and I just barely rock it.
And I'm totally going to use that clip right there as the lead-in for the podcast episode.
You should.
Right? I stagger the
I
toilet.
stagger it. I stagger the toilet. I look down, and then I rock it.
That's it.
I want that one on there.
Perfect, man. That's so perfect. What was I going to say? Okay, so for guys that are really starting to think about branching out into using social media for marketing purposes, how would you advise them to get started at it, or at least get comfortable with it?
You have to be willing to have very thick skin.
Okay.
Oh God, yeah.
So the first month that I was on any form of social media, I was ready to go through my phone and just knock somebody out.
Jeez.
And then I realized after about 3 or 4 months into it, it's just words. It's just words from people behind a table or behind a keyboard that either can't do the jobs themselves or they just choose not to.
Right.
And I saw a guy on TikTok a long time ago. I can't remember who it was, but he always said he's never seen a hater doing better than he is.
Huh.
And at that point, when I took that to heart, I was like, okay, these people are either jealous, they have nothing to do, or they're just miserable in their own lives. So now when I get a hate comment or a death thread, which still happens, I honestly just delete it. I don't even respond to them anymore. It's almost second nature to just overlook it.
Death threats?
I still,
Seriously, for
I
home
still,
inspection?
I still
God, yeah.
get death threats to this very
Jeez.
day.
So
I
you
get,
too, Dallas?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Dallas, what's the worst thing, like, if you could talk about it? Like, what's the worst thing that you've seen in your DMs here?
The worst thing I've seen in my DMs.
Lean a little closer to the mic.
Yeah, on the worst thing I've seen in my DMs, there were a lot of explicitives. And the thing is, on comments, typically on information, on people saying the worst things, typically it's not in the form of a DM. It's just in a comment. So I've gotten to a point now to where on comments like that coming in, I mean, I don't even block the person. I always just go through and comment back to them. Thank you for helping the algorithm.
yeah,
And that's all I do.
That's a good one too.
And I'm like, man, I made him feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
But thank you for the comment. Yeah, it helps me. More people are going to see my content because of you being arrogant, and it just works for us.
And my favorite was when TikTok would allow you to pin the comment
Oh my God!
and then just let everybody else just go at them. That was
yeah,
great.
if someone comments something really asinine, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pin this comment.
Yep.
So absolutely everyone sees.
Everyone
it
just
as
can
the first
destroy
thing.
them.
And
It's
then on his comment calling me an idiot, there's like 200 comments saying, hey, you don't say that about my home inspector.
So he gets completely ratioed.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, and
That was
the
great.
thing is, honestly, it's just like a group bullying at that point.
Right.
But it's against the, but I mean, on the bullying,
Like,
it's
they
kind
started
of
it.
against the instigator.
Ethan, how do you deal with trolls, man?
Yet again, combination, both those guys. I really, at the first, it really annoyed the crap out of me as well. You know, you take it personal because you don't know. I mean, when you go from having a friend group of 15, 20 people to having like thousands of people watch you, yeah, there's a lot of people with bad opinions. But yeah, I usually look first to make sure that they're not following me.
Sure.
And then I judge how I'm going to respond from there.
Somebody says I need a vacation because I need some sun. Yep. Well, we also have a lot of lighting going on right here too. Dude looks so hungover. Well, that's ironic.
Is there some truth to it? Or-
there's a little bit of truth to that.
It's the
Okay.
final day of a conference. Okay, you're gonna have this happen.
Yeah.
So that's
Yep.
half the fun of these things is just
Yeah.
getting together and hanging out.
We had some free drink tickets through the convention.
Oh
so
God.
and we did get to go party backstage at the Grand Ole Opry last night. So
Yeah.
that was a little.
Oh, it was a good time.
Anyway,
that was
great
wonderful.
time.
Yeah, that was a blast. So
So good stuff. All right. Well, to wrap it up, what do you guys see as far as social media marketing for the future of home inspections? Like, is this the thing that's going to stick around for a while, or what do you guys see as being the next big thing?
So as far as social media, I have a feeling that's kind of the future of the home inspection industry. So right now, right now when it comes to marketing and advertising, pretty much everything is about short form video, and it's absolutely genius on the program that TikTok has now, and then also Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube are trying to compete with that when it comes to shorts, reels, all of that. So basically, posting the same content over 4 or 5 different avenues. It's giving you, basically networking to older people, younger people, millennials, Gen Zs. You have everything. And that way people can get more information about the home of their dreams or kind of what to stay away from in a home.
That's awesome.
So it's been huge for us.
Yeah. And Ethan, again, what do you see as being the future with social media?
I truly believe social media is the way to go with marketing. Yeah, you got your standard Google stuff, but people want to know who they're hiring from what I've seen. People like their inspectors. People like to have an opportunity to choose who they want to. And I think on social media, it's representative of your brand, of your work, and I think that's one of the best things that you can do to just show who you are and differentiate yourself.
And also when it comes to social media is there's one facet that's oftentimes overlooked. It doesn't cost anything to post on social media.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Free marketing. It's easy.
So on being a home inspector, typically you're always buying donuts and buying breakfast for agents. With social media, it doesn't cost
you
a
do
dime.
that?
I used to before I got into social media more. But I mean, on posting on social media, it doesn't eat up a penny of your marketing budget.
Right,
So it's something you can just do organically, and I feel like it's helping more people.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. AJ, what do you think?
Man, it's crazy. So like with all of the social media that we have today, whether it be TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, it's crazy. And the one really cool thing is that you can post it on one and share it to all.
Right.
So you don't have to be just lumped into one. You know, I started posting more on Facebook about 60 days ago. So it's because I'm able to reach a different audience over there, generally an older audience.
Sure.
Because, you know, more and more people are straying away from Facebook. With the next 5-7 years, I'm sure there's going to be another social media platform that comes out there because people like
We
the
had
short.
Vines 3 years ago.
God, I
so-
wish
Yeah.
Vine would come back.
Dude, I heard Elon talking about that,
I
right?
miss Vine
Elon,
so
if you're
much.
watching, we need Vine, man.
Bring back Vine.
Bring back Vine.
Damn,
But if with short form video, people like that. People respond to it, and if I can educate them with a little bit of smart ass humor along the way, then my goal is done.
Absolutely, man. That makes it. The smart ass humor is really what does it.
That's
you know?
it.
God,
That's,
That's the seasoning.
that's it. That's the little salt bay you got.
That's
on
it. That's it. Good
Petty
stuff.
Betty.
Petty
All
Betty.
right. Well, before we sign off, guys, give them your social media handles one more time so we can bump those followers even more.
Mine is still over there. Ethan, use all the spaces. Just look it up. It takes a while to
works.
type.
That's awesome.
And on TikTok, I'm Dallas the Inspector. On everything else, I am 3 Labs Inspections. Just the number 3 Labs Inspections. I got a cute logo. Look at it.
I'll make it super easy. Just Inspector AJ.
There you
on
go.
damn near everything. TikTok's Inspector_AJ. Facebook and Insta are Inspector.AJ. YouTube is just Inspector AJ. So that's where I'm at.
And this is
And then-
is
and we
at
have
the
Brad.
wraparound. Yeah, and if you want to follow
the
me
wraparound.
personally, it's at Inspection Dude. So
At Inspection Dude.
yeah,
I like
man,
it.
good stuff.
I like
Well, guys, this has been so much fun. I really appreciate y'all jumping on. Appreciate everybody tuning in on the live too, and everybody listening on the podcast. So y'all come back around. We can't wait to see you next time on the next episode of the Wraparound by Porch.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
And by the way, this is the after episode where they're comparing who's got more numbers or who's got better numbers over
Of course, it's AJ.
Hey, how big's how,
It's a
how
little
big is
measuring
yours?
contest
Hey, how,
because we are
how
still
big
home
is yours?
inspectors.
Size size matters, guys.
Big boy.
It's cold outside, okay?
From a representative number.
Hey everybody, Brad here for ISN. I am so excited to tell you about a new app that we've spent years testing and developing with you, the home inspector, in mind. It's called the Porch app, and it's really going to allow you to differentiate yourself from all the other inspectors in your area because you've got something they don't have. This app is going to allow your clients to seamlessly manage all of the information in your report and in their home in a way that's going to keep you top of mind for years to come. And the best part of all, you get to offer this to your clients free of charge just because you use ISN. So how does this thing work? I'm so glad you asked. With this app, you'll be able to produce the inspection report just as you always have within your existing workflow. And the app will be available to your clients as an option on your ISN report delivery page. Once your client downloads the app, it will automatically pull the inspection report in and apply some advanced features that show your client the appliances and systems in their home, along with models and serial numbers. From the findings in your report, your client will be able to do things like creating a to-do checklist, and they can even use the app to keep track of information like paint colors and receipts, so all their important information about their home is available in one convenient location. The inspection report will always be available and shareable within the app. As your clients use this app on an ongoing basis to help manage their home, your brand will be featured so it's easier to remember to use your company in the future. The app will include a free recall check solution, a $90 value, so that way your clients can check the status of their appliances and systems absolutely free of charge. The app will also help your clients plan their move and find home services and pros while providing guidance to keep their homes in top shape for years to come. Inside the app, your clients will find up to $500 in local gifts and offers as a welcome package. And you get all the credit because your inspection company is featured when the app is launched. Your branding and contact details, as well as your agents, will also be clearly visible throughout the app experience. So how will the app help you earn more money? Well, the app will automatically send a push notification to your clients 11 months after the initial inspection, asking if they're interested in scheduling their annual inspection with you. The app will also feature your ancillary businesses and help generate referrals. And by the way, your clients will still be able to download the PDF version of your inspection report within ISN's report delivery page. That way, the report will always be available to them regardless of whether or not they choose to use the app. It's entirely up to your client. So the app is just another way that Porch and ISN are coming together to create more value per inspection, all while creating happier clients. Together, we can help home buyers better manage their homes through an intuitive and effective home management solution, all while helping you grow your home inspection business. It's a no-brainer and it's a game changer.